Strange, sharp, almost surgical. Still, in 1921, the Archdiocese of Bramhurst saw opportunity. The town was quiet, the land cheap, and the idea of a proper Catholic boarding school for girls from upper-class families seemed divine. But almost immediately, things felt wrong. Workers reported tools going missing. 2 accidents in the bell tower, 1 fatal. The lead architect quit halfway through, citing nervous dreams and unreasonable noise at night. But St. Lydia's opened on schedule, and for over 50 years, students passed through its polished marble halls, slept in tidy dormitories, prayed beneath its stained glass windows, and whispered. Always they whispered. The school had rules, but the building had rules of its own. Don't run in the east corridor after dark. Never speak to your reflection in the bathroom mirror. And never open the old storage room behind the chapel. Then in 1974, everything stopped. There was no warning, no official reason, just a fire, brief, contained to the chapel. 1 nun was hospitalized. 1 girl vanished. Her name was Clara Evans. Clara had always been quiet. She spoke softly, read often, and kept mostly to herself. But something had changed in her final months. She became strange. She stopped eating certain foods, so they tasted like dirt. Began humming an unfamiliar tune at night, always the same melody. Some nights, she would wake screaming. Other nights, she would smile in her sleep. 1 girl claimed she saw Clara speaking with her reflection, except the reflection wasn't moving in sync. The nuns punished her often: isolation, fasting, prayer until exhaustion. But Clara only grew more distant. The last thing she wrote in her journal, later recovered by police, was this: "There's something in the glass. She watches me now. I think she wants to trade places." The night of the fire, Sister Agnes was found unconscious in the chapel. Clara's bed was empty. Her room, 213, was locked from the inside. No signs of struggle, no body, no Clara. St. Lydia's closed within weeks. But the legend lived on. In 2022, the building was still standing. Barely. Its roof sagged, windows shattered, ivy eating the brick from the outside in. The bell tower, however, was untouched. Locals claim the bell still rang at midnight on Halloween. Jake, Emily, Trey, and Vanessa were YouTubers. Nothing huge, under 50K subscribers. But they were passionate. Their niche was haunted places, urban legends, abandoned hospitals. Their latest target? St. Lydia's. It was Emily's idea. Her grandmother had attended the school in the early 70s and refused to speak about it. Ever. "This is the one," Emily told the group. "This is the one people remember. We'll go in on Halloween night. We'll film everything. We might actually catch something real this time." Famous last words. They arrived at dusk. The sky was low and heavy, swollen with clouds. The fence was easy to slip through. The front steps were cracked. The heavy wooden doors gave way with a groan that sounded alive. Inside, the air was thick. Dust everywhere. Cold, but not the kind of cold you could explain. Not a draft. Not moisture. It felt like walking into someone else's breath. The entrance hall still had remnants of grandeur. A shattered chandelier, religious statues too heavy to steal, walls that had once been gold-trimmed. A plaque near the entrance read, "St. Lydia's School for Girls. Founded 1921, closed 1974. Pax and Speculo. Peace in the Mirror." Jake read the Latin aloud. "That's weird. Why the mirror part?" asked Vanessa. "Isn't peace usually in the soul or something?" Emily didn't answer. They split up. Trey headed toward the old office and found a box of reel-to-reel tapes. He played one. A nun's voice crackled through static. Refuses to acknowledge her own name. Patient Clara insists she is the other one now. Shows signs of dissociation, mirror obsession, and delusional behavior. Lockdown recommended. The tape stopped. Trey slowly turned to the window. In its reflection, just for a second, he saw someone behind him. A girl, standing, pale and still. He turned. Empty. Vanessa lit candles in the chapel and set up her camera. "If there are any spirits here, especially Clara, give us a sign." Silence. Then the pipe organ played. Not one note. A full chord. Minor. Dissonant. She screamed and stumbled back, blowing out the candles. In the silence, she heard humming. A lullaby. Jake, in the basement, followed his camera's glitching footage to a sealed door. Heavy chain. Faded red writing. Do not open. She's still inside. He stepped closer. The door rattled. Something knocked. 3 slow, heavy knocks from the other side. Emily wandered upstairs. The dorm hallway was warped, as if the building itself had tried to forget it existed. She passed rooms with furniture upside down, walls with melted mirrors. Then she found room 213, Clara's room. The door creaked open. Inside, untouched, a made bed, a pristine Bible, 1 mirror. On it, someone had written, "Stay with me." Emily stared. Slowly, her reflection began to smile. She wasn't smiling. They regrouped, frantic, pale, breathless. "The doors are locked," Jake whispered. "The windows are gone," Trey said. "They're not gone," Vanessa said, trembling. "They're covered from the inside." The bell rang. Midnight. Then the laughter began. Not joyful laughter. Childlike. Broken. They ran. But every hall turned them around. Every stair led back to the same place. Room 213. The door opened for them. Inside, Clara stood. She was dripping wet. Her eyes were bottomless. Her mouth stretched unnaturally. She pointed to the mirror. "One of you stays." Only Jake was found. At dawn, he was sitting in the middle of the road, barefoot, clothes soaked, mumbling, eyes locked open. He never spoke again. The others were never found. Their footage? Corrupted, except for one still frame. Clara, in the mirror, smiling. A year later, they bulldozed St. Lydia's. Or tried to. One worker fell from the bell tower after shouting, "She's watching." Another refused to finish, said his reflection blinked when he didn't. Now, only a warning sign stands at the edge of the hill. Keep out. Dangerous ground. But on Halloween nights, they say the bell still rings. And if you listen closely, you'll hear humming.